All right, try this yet again. Yay. Yeah, okay. All right, Sun Valley with a power play. Double major. Massive. So Sun Valley, I don't know why they have that, like a 2 and a 3 like that. I don't know what the 3 is for. Maybe they're just trying to. It should be 2 and 10. And if it's a double major, then 2 kids should be sitting. Use the body, Max. Here comes Missoula, 2-on-1. Misses the pass. No shot on Hattie there. Puck comes out. Max just misses it. They're going to say tipped. Max unable to get it centered. Here comes Missoula. Steps in the middle. Hattie overcommitting, leaving the net wide open. Fortunately, the guy misses. Dyson, of course, pushing the kid from behind. I'm missing that. Of course, I'm all zoomed in. That's why I can't actually look at what I'm doing here because, I don't know. It's just been one of those weekends. I give up. Comes to the middle. Hattie, nice glove save there. Missoula now gets the puck again. And Missoula, by the way, is on the penalty kill. We're on the power play. And Dyson flings it up the ice. Missoula's going to get a hold of that one. Wrap it around. That's played with a high stick. So that will be, though, considering they didn't get control, I wouldn't have blown the whistle. Face-off's loose. Willa gets a hold of it. Brings it up the boards. Backhands it in deep. Missoula there, able to chip it up and out. Race for the puck. Nice back check by Willa. Good defensive play. I'm not getting that. Like, honestly, the hit on Willa, she didn't have the puck, and he's just trying to knock her loose. Like, I don't know. We're obviously not teaching our kids how to properly hit because they're not making these same hits, I feel like. But what do I know? Missoula tries to clear it out, does. Hawkins chips it back in, though, briefly. Gets the offsides. So the kid did get a double minor, but they left. I don't understand. They should have taken 2 kids up. No, I guess it's a double minor. Can they not do a 4-minute penalty? I don't know what they gave that kid. That's so weird. There's still 2 kids in the box, so they obviously gave him a 2 and 10. Nice job by Dyson to get the loose puck. Dyson now with a couple dangles. Takes a shot. Dyson with a nice shot. Billy makes a decent glove save there. Nice cover, Jack. You're good, man. Hey, I'm sure people love to hear the encouragement. I'm usually not as encouraging. Dyson with a nice stick check. Pushes the guy off the puck there. Jack gets a hold of it, tries to bring it around the boards. Missoula tries to center, comes loose, she steps in, Hattie makes an initial save. Able to cover the loose rebound. All right, so Missoula, after a 3-minute, I guess they probably were just running a 3-minute penalty as in a double minor, right? So 2 130s, because they already put the 2-minute up and they didn't know how to erase it. So the one kid got a double minor, so you basically got a double minor, and then he's also still in the box. So he probably got a 10-minute also. Avery with the, what is that thing called? A puck. Come up to Max. Max picks it up. Missoula gets control for a second. Hawkins battles for it. Camden gets it for a second there. Max gets it back to Avery. Avery over to Hawkins. Look at this puck movement. Nice work. Dang. Over to Camden. Camden with a centering attempt. Missoula, though, intercepts that one. Here comes Missoula after a little stick check, a little shot. Hattie's going to just let that go wide. Nice job by Avery to get a hold of that. I don't know why we're trying to skate through people, right? Like, skate around them. You got to stop trying to dangle through people. That's what we need to do more of, is skate around people, not through people. Missoula gets a pass into our zone. I think it's interesting. The Coeur d'Alene team didn't even come out of the lockers. They didn't even, because they got to play the next game anyways. And you're probably like, what do you mean? What is that all that? Well, centering attempt by Missoula. No one home. Looks like there's going to be a penalty on Sun Valley. Arms up. Not sure what the penalty is. Loose puck. Hattie gets the save. Willa tries to clear it out. They're going to call Dyson for a high stick or a cross check. What are they calling it for? High stick. Dyson for a high stick. Anyways, there's obviously something wrong with my cords. That's what's causing all my issues. I got to find a different way to do this. Hattie with the save. Obviously a poor system to do this with. Try to be fancy, and all it does is make things more difficult. I don't know what's going on anymore. Give up. Avery with a nice move with the puck there. Another nice move. Again, goes through the... See, again, he tries to go through, and he just hits the skates. So now he's got to reset, where if you probably just try to go around him, he might have had his momentum. That's offsides, but they don't call it. Camden was coming back onside. Here comes Missoula, again, trying to go through people. Nice job by Willa to clear the zone. Missoula collects, though, and neutral ice. Again, Missoula is on the power play right now. Here Missoula tries to step in. There's a nice backdoor. Nobody there. On the back door. Hattie makes the initial save. Can't make the other save. Face-off's loose. Missoula gets a hold of that. Missoula gets around Avery, centers it. Puck loose in the middle. Hattie makes the initial save. Goes up and over the boards. into the net, into the goal line, back behind, but Missoula controls. Nice job by Avery. Avery then with a couple nice moves. There he goes. Gets it up and out of the zone. Hawkins with the puck. He's trying to choke it up to Reagan. Reagan tries to center it. Nobody there. Goes into Max's feet. Thought she kept that in, but I guess not. So we get the offsides. All right, Sun Valley down 1-0. 5:23 left in the first. Face-off rolls to Aspen. Aspen tries to get control. Missoula gets control. Lots of players back. So we got like 3 players on one guy right now. Got to learn to peel off. Hattie makes that initial save, but can't cover it. And, of course, I can't get on front of the camera because I've set this up all wrong. In a mood. In a mood. Missoula gets face-off win. Shot. Hattie makes a save when she's halfway back in her crease. Suns get the clear. Missoula gets the puck back in the zone. They're offsides. Face off is loose. Avery gets a piece of it. Tries to skate it up. Gets the puck stolen from him. Hawkins is going to go give chase against the Missoula player. Hawkins, nice battle. Nice skating by Hawkins. Battle for just take your time, control. Hattie again, get up, out. Stop being scared of the puck. I'm so sick of it.
Use your body, Rob!
Again, I don't see why that's a clean hit. He didn't even try to go for the puck. He went for the body. It's not a USA hockey check. Refs are freaking refereeing this like it's freaking, I don't know, whatever. Just frustrating to watch. Missoula skates through the middle. Hattie, stop being scared. Stay up there. Hawkins gets the zone. Takes a shot on net. Put an earbud in her ear and just fucking yell at her. Nice job by Hawkins to disrupt the potential breakaway. Reagan up to Hawkins. Hawkins with a great shot. Sun Valley actually getting some shots on net here. Getting some pressure. Feels good. Comes out to Aspen. Aspen takes a shot from the point. Goes wide on the far near side here.
Nice, Jack. Use your body.
Jack using the body. Camden gets a whole loose puck there. Got Dyson with him. Use it for Dyson. Dyson takes a shot, hits the defense out front. Missoula gets control. Missoula gets it up. Aspen there. Reagan there. Aspen there. Missoula gets it, sends it back behind the goal line. Dyson fumbles it for a second. Pops out to center ice. Camden for a second here, maybe. Loose puck comes to Willa. Willa sends it down the ice. Here comes Missoula with the puck down into our zone. Dyson with a nice body for a second, but player skates around him. Dyson chips the puck up and around to Jack. Jack tries to send it in deep.
Compete, Jack.
Cross check there by Missoula. Refs trying to reel this in a little bit tighter than they did the last game. All right, 1:54 left in the first period. A minute and a half here for the power play for the Suns. It actually has some decent traction here. Right, now we get a breakaway. Patty with a nice save on the breakaway. Finally not afraid of the puck. Missoula battles for it. Missoula gets a hold of it, gets it up to the point. Here comes a shot, tipped. Nice kick by Avery. Shoot it on net. Hattie just flings that back to the corner. Hawkins now with it again. We're on the power play here. Missoula keeps it in. Here comes a shot that goes wide far side. Puck loose as they battle for it along the boards. Avery gets a hold of it. Avery brings it out. Avery almost gets around. And then Avery goes offsides as Reagan tries to bring the puck into the zone behind him.
Go hard, son. Go hard. Keep it going. Switch sides, Jack.
Carson loses his balance there. Not sure who's sharpening his skates. Getting the snow off your skates is not going to help Carson. You need to go find a real skate sharpener. Face off loose. Jack trying to send it in. The zone unable to. That was Dyson. Chips it over. Carson gets it. Carson takes a shot. Goalie has to make a little save there.
Way to cut him off, Jack. Go, Carson. Come on, Jack, in front.
Nice centering attempt by Jack. Oh, that was Carson. Carson and Jack on the same line out here at the same time. Got Willa. Willa tries to center. It pops out to Dyson. Dyson's going to try to backhand it in. Missoula able to walk it down. Comes right back to Dyson. He takes him yet another shot. Doesn't quite get on net. Here comes Missoula. Dyson with a stick check there. And then that's the end of the period. All right, end of the first period. Suns down just 1, 0-1. Nice competitive game. What's that? We're sorry. We're back to the player discussion about the situation here, I guess. Puck's loose on the face-off. Missoula does get control, gets it up, but loses it off the boards. Avery tries to battle with it. Hawkins tries to get it over to Carson. Missoula brings it back. They clear it up the boards. They do have the arm up for icing. Arm R. Face off won by Missoula. Missoula able to get around Camden. Hattie with a nice initial save. Gets both saves. Finally getting on top of her crease there. You can hear me yelling through the camera. Again, out. Nice save by Hattie there from the point. Face-off one comes to Missoula at the point. Tries a shot. Aspen knocks it down. Gets pickpocketed from behind. It comes to Reese. Comes to Jack. Jack steps in. Jack unable to get a shot off. Tries another shot. That goes wide though along the boards. Max over there trying to get it in. Unable to. Dyson unable to keep it in. Aspen just chips it off the boards. Missoula gets a hold of it. Reese now gets it back in. Missoula gets the loose puck. Missoula gets up and through the middle. Gets around, and Hattie makes that save. Wait for it. Missoula with the puck at the point. Comes a shot. Knocked down out front by Hawkins. Willard has the puck. She's going to get through a bunch of people. Sends it in back behind the goal line. Camden gives chase. Pops to Willow. Willow trying to get through the middle. Trying to get control. Missoula with a nice stick lift there. Chips it into Camden. Camden trying to get it closer to the goal, but Missoula converges. That's the word you got to use. Converges on the puck. Hattie chips it over to Avery. Avery gets it up to Camden. Missoula trying to get a hold of it. Willa trying to get to the puck. Comes to Camden. Gets poke checked away. Willa keeps it in. Sends it back down deep behind the goal line. Carson with a little body check there. Avery tries to get a cross-ice pass over to Hawkins. Hawkins tries to cross-ice pass to not sure who. Comes to Missoula, though. Nice job by Willa helping us get the zone cleared. Max gets it. Trying to pass, I believe. Carson comes up with it. Takes a shot that goes just wide. Missoula tries to clear it. Avery gets a hold of it, looking for somebody to pass to, some clear ice, chips it up to Max. Max can't control. Hawk's going to go back behind the net. Missoula's going to get a hold of it. Here comes Missoula with some speed. Missoula brings it in, comes through the middle, takes a shot. Hattie's somewhat in the right spot there. All right, I just got to stop. Wraparound attempt. Hattie gets to the post quickly enough and stops the potential wraparound attempt. Huh? Fine. Suns get the puck in the battle in the corner, trying to clear it around the boards. Pops out, Missoula able to keep it in. Trying to set it in further. That gets knocked up into the boards, and we get a stoppage of play. Since that was in the zone, it'll probably stay in the zone unless it was Missoula that shot it into their own boards. Looks like it was, so we'll have the face-off outside of the zone. Face-off, puck's loose. Camden gets a hold of it, brings it in. Hattie not paying attention to the play yet again and isn't going to the bench. Because God forbid we pay attention to what's going on in the game. Standing there like a moron. Willa gets the face off, but it goes to McCall. Comes to a point. Nice drop into Avery. Gets it to Willa. He then tries a shot. Camden gets another shot. Goalie makes a nice save. And there's yet another shot. And Camden gets, and the goalie gets yet another save. What's going on with things? Why? I swear to God. I'm over electronics this weekend. Aspen with a sweet little shot. Goalie makes a save. Suns actually putting some good pressure here. Actually playing a team of their caliber. Max battling in. Battle for the puck in the corner. 9:39 left. We're going to get a roughing call on Max. Or that's a holding call, they're saying. Must have grabbed the kid. Well, my camera dies. Okay, it says it's got battery power now. Suppose you didn't have battery power for the last hour. I don't know. I can't win with this crap. Face off, won by Missoula to the point. Knocked to the corner by Dyson. Dyson tries to clear, is able to get it out. So we got some 4-on-4 hockey here. Missoula tries to chip it up. Aspen gets a hold of it. Aspen tries to, but Missoula player gets the better of her. Tries to get her on Dyson, does, centers it, but nobody's there except for Willa. Willa gets a hold of it. Camden now with the puck. Camden going for a skate. Finally some confidence, I feel like, in these kids, man. It's good to see. All right, Missoula goes on the power play for the next 45 seconds. Missoula gets the face-off win, though. They just clear it down the ice, so that'll be icing, and that'll come right back this way. Coeur Lane gets to play McCall for the championship. You gotta go, people. You gotta go. Gotta go. They're gonna wave off icing. Missoula gets there. Missoula tries to center it. Patty somehow gets there. Holy crap. Here's what I'll say about my daughter. She's good with, like, scrambles out front. She covers the post really well. She recovers really well. She just needs to learn to not be afraid of big shots and get out on the top of her crease. Anybody's in the slot, halfway, around the circles, she just cowers and gets, like, way too far in her crease. Drives me nuts. Everybody's been telling her that for the last 2 years, and she still doesn't listen. It's frustrating. All right, after a little puck battle there, Missoula gets the puck, brings it back along their net, brings it out. Still gets control through center ice. Tries to get around Willa. Willa pushes him wide. Puck loose along the boards. Avery gets it, chips it up to Willa. Willa, our only goal scorer this weekend. Oh, that was Reagan. Sorry, 2 and 2-2. Come on, people. Can't make the two girls with brown ponytails have the same number. How's an announcer ever supposed to know what's happening? Reagan now with the puck. Skates it in, skates it up, chips it up to Willa. Unfortunately behind her, and she couldn't see it. Missoula tries to clear it up and out, and does. Avery's chip gets there first in the foot race. Gets it to Hawkins, who gets it up to Avery. Avery, gosh darn it, man. Has Avery been a 2 in the past? Why am I thinking 2 every time I'm thinking Avery every time I see a 2? That's a whole nother story. That was Reagan. Puck's loose off the face-off, getting lost in Carson's feet. Hawkins tries to send it in the zone. Missoula able to get it up. Aspen has control for a second. Now Missoula has control. Now Camden has control. Now Missoula has control. And now nobody has control. Aspen process pass to Dyson, who can't control. Carson with an opportunity here. Carson, though, gets caught from behind. Oh, clears it up. Oh, my God. Jack had that amazing opportunity. Shoots it right into the goalie. Oh, nice chip shot there by Carson. Hits the side of the net. Wow, an actual scoring opportunity there for the Suns. Patty actually paying attention that time, goes to the bench during the potential penalty. The penalty. Slash by Missoula. 6:14 left in the second period. Suns now going to go on a power play. Carson tries to get the puck up to Dyson off the face-off. Dyson sends it just back down. Loose puck along the boards, battling Missoula. Gathers behind the goal line, wraps it around the boards. Dyson hopefully able to pinch that in. Camden gets it back to Dyson. Dyson has a shot. Nice save by the goalie there. Nice shot by Dyson. Nice to see a different goalie getting a lot of shots. Willa gets the face off. Don't go to the point. You gotta lift your head. Lift the head. Look where you're passing. See where people are. Missoula gets the puck. Shoots it. Goes wide. Comes to Reagan. Reagan up to Willa. Willa trying to go over to Max. Max with the backhand. Goalie has to make the save. Good puck movement. Good passing. All right, still 44 seconds left in the power play. Puck loose in the face-off zone there. Tries to clear it. Kept in by Avery. Avery cross ice puck. Oh, Hawkins. Exactly. There, Hawkins, nice. Gets a hold of the puck, but he gets checked off the puck. Max gonna go for it. Max just chips it back. So now that's where you should have had your head up, and you would have saw Avery wide open on the point. It's all about looking at the situation. Slap shot. Hits Max. Avery with a slap shot. Hits Max in the head. Just pounces up there. Willa tries to center it. Reagan unable to get a stick on it. She just throws it back behind the net. Max chips it up to Willa. Willa unable to get a piece of it. Now here comes Missoula. Gets around Avery. Addie finally getting up on her crease a bit. Zoom on this camera is horrible. Centering attempt, nobody home. Comes to Hawkins. Hawkins loses the puck there. Puck comes back to Avery. Avery gets out of the zone. Missoula pushes it back in. We get an offsides. Both teams back at full strength. 4:04 left in the second period. Missoula up just 1-0. Face-off controlled by Missoula. They bring it deep into our defensive zone. Dyson wraps it around the other way. Clears it out of the zone. Miscommunication by Missoula. They're going to wave off icing. Puck's loose in the zone. Missoula gets a hold of it. Jack with a good job with the puck. Sends it in back further. Missoula now has it. Tries to clear it up the boards. Aspen unable to keep it in. It's going to go down. No arms up for icing. Dyson now with it. Missoula, though, back there also gives chase. Why are you way back there? Addie makes a save, but she's like 5 feet back in a crease yet again. Puck comes out, you come out. You don't just stand there. So frustrating. Offsides is the call. Good moves by Avery. Gets it to Reagan. Reagan chips it over to Hawkins. Hawkins gets it in the zone. He tries to get it in deeper, but is unable to. We'll almost get a trip. Instead, we trip our own people. Missoula now gets a hold of it, gets the red line, and then sends it down behind the net. Missoula steps out from the boards, here's a shot. Hattie makes that save. Face off comes to Missoula up to the point. Here comes a shot, tipped by Avery, doesn't go on net. Avery loses his feet. They're going to say tripping. Hattie's finally. What? Why is this? Where's this trying to focus right now? Like, seriously. Like, is it trying to focus on the glass? Like, Missoula brings it in off the face-off. Hawkins battling there. Nice back check by Willa. Camden almost gets a hold of that. That's Avery. They're all just kind of tall, lanky now. You know, you used to be able to tell the kids because of how they looked. You know, like some kids are taller than others, skinnier than others, skated a little differently. It seems just full of tall, lanky kids that, like, skate about the same way. Face off one by Missoula, but they're unable to constrain. Again, Missoula's on the penalty kill here. I don't understand why it has such problems. I don't know what it's trying to focus on. There must be something on the lens. Look at that. It's not even. I turn off the auto. I can't turn off the autofocus. You know, if you want good streaming, you got to pay for it one way or another. Jack with a nice shot. Goalie makes that save. You know, it's mid-grade equipment. It's such a pain. I don't know, even high. Let's face it, high-end equipment. It's just as frustrating. Dyson keeps it in off the face-off, sends it on a shot that goes wide on the far side. Puck goes all the way down. Aspen gives chase, gets there. Aspen making some nice moves here. Gets it up to Dyson. Dyson whiffs at his own shot. Almost gets himself outside. Missoula back at full strength. Missoula with the puck now through central ice. I always call it central ice. Why do I call it central ice? It's the neutral zone. It is central ice, but it's also the neutral zone. Missoula with the puck up at the point. I don't know why they're doing that passing. Like, what's it trying to focus on, I wonder? So weird. Missoula with the puck. Tries to center it. Hattie makes an initial save. Puck loose out front. She finally covers it. Keeps it a 1-0 game with 1 second left in the second period. Suns showing lots of confidence. Carrying the puck. Getting shots on goal. Here, I thought how you get 200 shots on net by the end of the weekend. I think she'll only be in the 150s or something like that. Well, she already is at 150 through 3 games. Not sure what they're talking about. I can't even tell who's really talking. Hattie's definitely not talking. She's just trying to clean the crease. All right, here we go. Third period, last 15 minutes of the weekend. It's a light that causes the issues. I don't know. Face off loose. Willa gets a hold of it, sends it back down into the offensive zone. Missoula gets control. Missoula chips it up to themselves. Stolen by Avery. Avery gets it over to Hawkins. Hawkins gets it up out of the zone. Comes to Willa. Goes over to Missoula, who gets themselves offsides. Interesting lighting here right now. Jack gets a good face-off there, but then kind of knocks it right into McCall. Missoula. Missoula brings it in, tries to dangle through Hawkins. Hawkins stands him up. Carson, Jack. Come on, little kids. Got to get your names right. Like small kids. Max is the only one I really know. Everybody needs a red helmet. Then I wouldn't know who the kids with the red helmets are. There's Hawkins with the one green shoelace. There's Avery. Missoula controls it, tries to back blindly, pass it up to the front, comes to Avery. Avery, there you go. See, going around him. Nice, Avery. You're listening to me. Somebody's listening to me at least. There's a shot. The goalie's able to make that save. Missoula now gets to clear up the zone. Hattie makes one save, makes a second save. Loose puck out front. Hattie trying to cover it. Nice job by Camden to get the clear out of the zone. Here goes Carson on a run, but Missoula back there with him. He's now got 4 Missoula players. Sun's making a change. And I'm not filming anything but the ice. That's what I get for trying to zoom in. Oh, puck out front. Reagan almost got it there. Comes to Willa. Willa tries to send her to Reagan. Missoula sends up the board. Avery pinches. Puck kept in the zone for now. Loose puck battle in the corner. Pops out. Missoula gets a hold of it. Comes to Avery. Avery whiffs on his shot. Comes to Carson. Carson gets a shot. Joey makes the save there. Missoula tries to chip it up and out. Does. Avery with a nice back check. Gets it up to Reagan. Reagan can't quite get there, but Willa maybe does. Missoula there. Missoula gets a hold of it, gets it up and out. Comes to Willow. Willow just sends it into the zone as she needs a change. Missoula gets it, tries to bring it up and out. Missoula brings it in. Dyson with a nice hip check. Nope, they're going to call boarding on that one. Yeah, see, that's the type of thing. They're going to say elbowing. That was more of a hip check than an elbow, but it is a boarding call all day is what it really is. Maybe I just have my symbols wrong. I gotta look at my little poster there. Carol got me. Guess I need to bring that with me so I can reference it. All right, Suns on the penalty kill. Shot off the face-off. Hattie with the glove save. Puck loose on the face-off. Avery tries to get it up along the boards. Battle along the boards, pops out. Hawkins gets it. Hawkins is going to go for a skate. Go Hawkins. Finally, some kids skating. I mean, do you think they just get scared of the other kids because they're so much bigger and faster? I don't know. I don't feel. Maybe it's just we look faster because these kids are our speed. And those kids are just so much faster than us. Missoula steps up. Hattie gets a save as they try a shot. Missoula now has it. Tries to center it up there. Hattie, get off your freaking knees. Puck pops out to Camden. Camden goes with a shot. Oh, gets knocked down. Goalie able to make that save. Now Missoula tries to clear it up. Camden gets there. Avery's there. Avery's trying to get a hold of it. Missoula able to get a hold of them. Here comes Missoula. Steps in. Shoots it right into our defense. Up to Avery. And Missoula changing. They recover on the change, though. Loose puck. Reagan misses that one. Aspen just pokes it up out of the zone. Missoula sends it in. Dyson's going to go capture it. Dyson's going to try to chip it up and out, and does. Hawkins, come on, Hawkins. Oh, my gosh, Hawkins just couldn't get a stick on it. A potential breakaway there. All right, puck goes back behind the goal line. Missoula though collects. They're going to try to wrap it around and get it out. Aspen keeps it in for now. I'm just filming nothing, so. All right, 9:28 left in the game. Suns down just one. Face-off controlled by Missoula. Gets it up and out, but that comes harmlessly to Dyson, who tries to get it up to Jack. Jack gets it, sends it into the offensive zone. Dyson chips it up and out. Comes to Camden. Use your feet. Isn't Camden a soccer player? Wasn't he a soccer player, I thought? He needs to learn to use his feet, kick it to himself. These kids are like not doing a really good job of kicking the puck, I feel like. Can use their sticks. Puck pops out. Hawkins. What are you doing, dude? Don't just stand there and look at it. Oh, Hawkins is going to go off. Yeah, these refs are definitely like they're warming up for the next game. On a trip? I don't know if that's a weird trip, but I guess if you want to call it something, you can call it tripping. Pushes the kid into the board, the kid falls down. So Sun Valley now going to go on the penalty kill. 8:31 left, down 1. Avery with the puck, tries to get it up to Max. Missoula intercepts, shoots it right into Dyson. Max now with the puck, tries to get it up and out. Missoula, though, gets control and neutralized, brings it in. Willa gets a hold of it. She just clears the zone. Missoula controls. Missoula brings it into the zone. Nice job by Avery. Get around one Missoula player. Here goes Avery. Avery unable to dangle through another person. And here comes Missoula. Nice job by Dyson, but falls right to Missoula player. Hattie covers that one up on the shot that goes right towards her. Face-off comes to the boards. Avery tries to get it up and out. Gets knocked off the puck. Comes to Missoula players. A shot. Hattie makes a somewhat of a save. And a shot. A whiff. Hattie, why are you skating back? Up. Up. You got another foot out. Get footing. Kicking crease. Reagan takes a big hit, and Missoula is going to go for the cross check. All right, so I got 15 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, followed by then a minute 15 of us for 5-on-4. Carson with a shot. Nice save. That was Jack. Jack with a nice shot. How come I can't get those two straight? Dyson, they're going to go for that. No? He should have went for that. Well, I didn't record it. Nice elbow. Well, Missoula gets control here. Penalty's over for us, so we're back to 5 people. Now we're on a power play. Gets over to Max. Max gets the red line. Sends it down into the zone. Okay, Carson's just gliding. Oh, we're just all gliding again now. Dyson not even keeping it in. Aspen like 3 feet. I mean, we're up a person, and we're just not offensively minded, which is fine, I guess. Except for we need to score a goal, and we're up a person. Dyson loses control here along the boards. Gets it up, though. Carson can't quite get there. Comes to Dyson. Dyson backhands it in. Aspen keeps it in. That's a good job. Again, like, Dyson, why are you way back there? Here comes Missoula, though. Comes a shot. Hattie on her. And she falls back. See, this is where her problem is. She skates backwards on a shot. Why are you skating backwards on a shot? That's like high slot. Looks like we're getting a penalty now. Shoots Willa in the back. They're going to touch that up. 5:16 left here. Face-off goes to the boards, goes to the points. Centers it. Puck's loose. Willa tries to knock it down. Does. Gets it up out of the zone, which is nice. Missoula battles for it. Now Camden comes up with it. Camden tries to send it in. Might have been offsides, but who's counting at this point? Avery, nice little moves, tries to get through more, gets through another one, takes a shot, goes far side. All right, Sun's down a player, right? Yeah. Here comes Missoula. Hattie with a couple saves, 3 saves. Hattie finally gets it covered. Hattie finally out of her crease, making saves. .410 left. 25 seconds left on the penalty kill. Here comes a shot. Hattie makes that save. Hattie makes another save. Up, over. What are you waiting for? Two people right in front of the net. Nobody else there. Hawkins is going for a trip or a slash? Trip. Hawkins going for a trip. So we have 5 seconds of a 5-on-3. Another minute 30 of power play. Avery. Okay, so taking your loose hand and pushing off with your loose hand, is that not a penalty? Right? Like, I don't know. I need to learn refereeing, I guess. I'm going to sit up here and try to make refereeing calls. Pushing a kid down with your loose hand off your stick. Like, I didn't think you could do that. Maybe I'm thinking lacrosse, and that's probably my problem. Anyways, we're still in the penalty kill here. Dyson's back on the ice. Dyson's trying to get the puck up out of the zone. Wraps it around the other way. Aspen's going to go give chase to hopefully get a hold of that. Tries to get it up along the boards. Unable to get it cleared. Missoula keeps it into the corner. Tries to center it. Nice job here by Willa. Tries to get it up the boards. Is able to for a second. Camden's there. Gets it up out of the zone. Just 12 seconds left here on the... gets around Dyson. Hattie with an amazing poke check. Hattie another save. Dyson, or that's Camden. Penalties are over. Centering attempt by Missoula. Hattie able to recover nicely. Again, Hattie doing what she does best there. I guess one thing is if it's just about controlling depth in different situations and learning what situations to have that depth in. She's good about getting back into her crease, but that's the problem is that when she's comfortable back in her crease. So I'd really like to see us get a goal, tie this up, go away with home with a tie. Dyson brings it in, centering attempt. Goalie makes a save. Here comes Missoula now. Camden back. Camden with a nice defense. Hattie makes a save off of the trailer from McCall, who gets a shot. I don't think she'll quite get 50 this game. She's got probably close to 30, though. 1:21 left in the game. There's a lot of tension in this rink. It just feels like the tension from the last game is still here. I think McCall is afraid to play. I shouldn't say afraid, but like they don't, just, I don't know. Nice job by Avery. Gets it up and out of the zone. Here we go. Let's do it. One last second. Oh, tries to go through a person's skates. Dyson with a nice check, but comes right to a charging Missoula player. They try a little short side move. Hattie pushes that away. I'd say pull the goalie, but of course we got to get out of our zone. Intercepts. Hattie knocks it down so it doesn't get centered. Comes right out front again. Hattie quickly able to get a hold of that. Shits it up and out. They go up to Reagan. Reagan tries to center it, but no one's there to center it to. Reagan gets it again, shoots it, goes back behind the net. Zach is going to pull Hattie. Matt tries to center it. Missoula knocks it down. Open net now for the last 12 seconds. Avery. Get there, Avery. Where is the puck? It's loose in the middle. Nice job by Willa, but she's got to wait forever because we had like two people back there deep in the zone. 2 seconds left. One 1-0 loss. I'll take it. I don't feel like we got completely overwhelmed. Nice competitive game. Yeah, we're playing Missoula. Do I keep saying McCall? It's Missoula that we're playing. I probably kept saying McCall. I don't know why. I don't know. Did I put that in the things? But all right. Well, there's our weekend. Streaming. I think we play like 7 o'clock or something like that Friday night in Missoula against McCall. So stream those B games. I probably won't stream any A games since my kid's not playing. Someone else can stream those. I don't even know. We'll see if Riley wants to go or not. All right, well, drive home in a snowstorm. It's actually just snowing, not a snowstorm, so we'll see at what point it turns to rain, but either way, that's my journey.